Is this like... What is happening? Is this a square? Is this a different shape to you? I'm on illicit drugs like Phil, clearly. Is this a different shape? I feel like this is a different... I feel like I'm used to having more horizontal space here. God, I feel trapped. This is making me feel claustrophobic. Is it slimming? Right, tweet, I guess. Did I spell everything right? Let's find out. Who's ready for a cheeky tweet? Dan is. Okay, here we go. Our internet has been so shite recently. So if this just breaks, wouldn't even surprise me. Oh my god, it's like a weird square. This is so weird. I've never felt this uncomfortable in my entire life. So weird. I've never felt this uncomfortable in my entire life. Hey everybody, welcome to the live show. Hey everybody, welcome to the live show. Oh, I can make it big. Hey everybody, welcome to the live show. 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 Okay, so the sound flopped, but that, like, picture-in-picture, that looked really cool, so that was worth it. Hi, everyone. How you doing? It's another sexy Tuesday on Earth. And aren't we all glad to be alive? We could be dead. We could not exist. We could be plankton. I mean, who knows why we exist or why we were born as humans. I don't really think it was like a lottery and we could have been sea plankton. But anyway, there's lots of plankton out there and they don't have the mental capacity to appreciate the little things as much as we do. So, you know, look at yourself and go, hey, you know, some things, but at least I can appreciate, insert my favourite thing, because I'm not a plankton. All right, McKenna said, what's your Patreonus? Dunno. I was going to log into my Pottermore account from like 400 years ago to do it, and then I forgot my password, so rip that. Maybe it's a gaming channel. Is it entertaining? Dunno, you tell me. What's your fave goldfish, said Swan Abbey. Is there like a celebrity goldfish that I'm supposed to know about or something? I don't know. First presidential debate yesterday, said Cynthia. Yeah. I think Trump won, to be honest, if we're going to be real. You know, make America great again. Just kidding! Got you there, didn't I? Say hi to the Jack Shady Eye group chat. Thanks, that is the first and last group chat shout-out I'm reading today, because you mother... Hi Dan, please hello to Emma. I could do person ones. What is plankton? Plankton is a tiny sea thing that lots of fish eat to stay alive. Did geography, you should probably... I wrote an essay about how El Nino affects phytoplankton in the sea. Jesus Christ. I have Freshers flu, FML. That's a real thing, Kirsty. And I had it. Shout out to all the university freshers in the UK. Wow. Remember, I cried in the dairy aisle. So if you do anything around that emotional range, it's not weird. How are you feeling tonight? I said, Yas Pugs Leicester. Yas dash Pugs Leicester. It's a great name right there. Today, do you want to know what I did? This is nasty. This isn't like a tweet. I thought it is, and then I'm like, no one wants to know about my gross hand. I cut my hand. Do you see that? Do you see that? Like epic chunk out of my finger. And what did I cut it on? I cut it on my headphones, right? So, oh, big hype moment, product placement. Got the iPhone 7, doesn't have a headphone hole, extremely inconvenient. I'll let you know if that's gross, whatever. I just couldn't use that 5 anymore, it was ruining my life. Look how black it is, firstly. That is, look, and you can't even see, if I cover that up, you can't even see that it's there. Now that, someone said, are you Dan the Diamond Minecart? Nowhere near. Sorry to be so disappointing. Yeah, really black. You know, that's good. Weird home button that isn't a real home button. That's, like, incredibly strange. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, it's a phone. It's not even that exciting. But, as we all know, weird thing about it, no headphone hole. So instead of normal iPod headphones and everything in the entire, you know, frickin' universe, you can plug this in. On this new phone, unless I use that weird converter they gave me, I have to use this. What the hell is that? Okay, so they're literally exactly the same headphones, except, getting back to the finger hit, this is important, okay? I don't know what you want to talk about. Important things have happened, important things are happening. You want to talk about fun things, I don't care. This is more important. I cut my finger. Because, right, this is the end of the thing that goes into your phone, right? And this is squishy and it's small. This little plastic bit, it's tiny. So what you can do is you can vigorously jam your hand into your skinny jeans pocket and you can pull out this. And it's fine because it's small and it's thin and it's harmless. This bitch, right here, do you see this one? The new one? Look at that edge right there. You see what that is? That is hard and frankly a bit sharp. That, look, you hear me flicking against that? That is resistance. So you know what I did? I had my phone plugged into my pocket. I dove in there. Just like, I went right in there to snatch my phone out of my skinny jeans pocket. And this edge of the thing from the headphones that plugs into the phone cut my hand open. I'm not even like that. I just went like that. And then it scooped out all the flesh. And it was bleeding for like an hour. It was like a centimetre. I mean, I'm not dying, okay? Like, you know, what? Calm down, Jesus Christ. But I was bleeding everywhere, and I was just like, oh, great. So, Dan's review of the iPhone 7 is nice colour, headphones attack you. So I'm just putting that out there. If you're one of the weirdos that, for some godforsaken reason, bought the new iPhone, the headphones will fuck you up. Just putting that out there. And now 10 people just heard me swear in front of their grandma and can't watch my videos anymore. It was worth it to make a point. Heather said, would you get a pet chicken? I mean, no, because I don't really want the responsibility of looking after a chicken for several years, but I hear that they're quite fun animals. Dara said, what's your favourite Radiohead album? In Rainbows, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Say hi to my best friend, Sarah/Obama. Is her name Sarah Obama? Meme-tastic Dan Snit, Snapchat filter. Yep, again, I don't have Snapchat. Phil just likes to play with their filters every day. But if you like photos of Dan and Phil and Snapchat filters, the future is promising. In a tiny, irrelevant way. Piano? Question mark, said like 9 people. Cancer cover? Yeah. So, 21 Pilots did a cover of My Chemical Romance's Cancer. Bit of a random song to cover, maybe. I don't know, there's a reason, but whatever. Valid, it was cool. It was, musically, it was quite electronic and in a totally different direction. So it was really interesting to listen to, and it was cool. And I like how the emotional vibe of it was quite different. Somebody said Gerard singing it sounded like he was fighting to survive, whereas the 21 Pilots cover sounds like they've already given up. And I'm like, okay. I personally prefer the MCR version, but that's not to say the 21 Pilots one is bad. I still liked it. I think it was good, but personally, I just think Gerard painfully screaming the lyrics with those piano chords. I mean, that is the ballad. But maybe that's just because The Black Parade was one of the most iconic albums of my painful teen years, which will be in my memories like a scar forever. Okay. OMFG, said Dabay Table. I was firstly like, what is your name? And then I realised it's debatable, but you put Bay in the name. I actually appreciate that. I actually think that's quite cool. So who's in the top fans today? Daisy Taylor Tom, 5. Amazing Phil 1000, 4. Wonderfully Rachel, 3. Jenny G90, 2. And then Marry well at number 1. Hey, Daddy Howell frick me up, said Kitty Catkilljoe. Okay, let's break from the messages for a bit. So, what's the hippity haps in your life? What are you thinking about? What fun things have happened in your way? What did somebody... Feelings on PewDiePie, said Ellie. I really like PewDiePie. He's a friend. He's a cool guy. His current YouTube phase of having a public meltdown / crusade, it's almost like a concept piece of performance art. I have no idea what's happening, but it's a wonderful fire. Next Pokemon vid. Molly Preston sent me a message just saying B. Nice! Angelina Lester wants an anime recommendation. Food was too. I'm going to make another anime recommendation video because people liked that, and we got Crunchyroll. You know this, don't you? We got Crunchyroll to sponsor our tour. So if you want some more anime recs from Dan, mentally prepare yourself. Notice me, senpai, said Jordan Kurtzman. Hey, any good new music? Said Sarah Mezzoforte. You know what I've been listening to? The new... Is it pronounced Bon Iver or Bon Iver? I don't know, because I had a pretentious friend at university that was like, it's Bon Iver, and I was like, is it somewhere in the middle? I'm not quite sure. You're really pretentious. Anyway, he's got a new album coming out. Probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most musically soon. And Ivor, said Jennifer Nicole. Ivor, Bon Iver. Yeah, that's what I said. And he was like, it's Iver. And I was like, is it? Is it Andy? Yeah, so that's what I've been listening to. Bon Iver has got a new album coming out in like a few days, and that's really great. Boop, 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 boop. Are you ready for Haikyuu Season 3? Said EmmaKW_19. Yeah, I am. It's one of my fave animes. Literally, freaking high school volleyball. Don't care. I love it. I love it. Hey Dan, do you like Panic at the Disco? Yeah, I liked them a lot when I was, 14. They'll always have a place in my heart. Thought in the debate last night, it was like, okay, the moderator let everybody talk over their time limit for like 10 hours. I wish there was more, Dan talking about politics times till it, you know what, people... You should care about politics, because one day you'll suddenly realise that politics is the reason the world is the way it is, and it's interesting. And it's actually, super dramatic, and keeping up with, the drama and the communities of politics, and just discussing, philosophically what is good and evil, and what people should support and not support. It's actually really interesting. So you might think, ugh, it's boring. But then when you learn what politics is, it's, the most interesting thing. It's, so good. I wish that there was more, live correcting of facts, because the whole thing was Donald Trump saying something, Hillary Clinton going, that's a lie, and then he went, no, it isn't. And it's that's not helpful for anybody watching. I mean, maybe people can go on PolitiFact, maybe people can go on Hillary's website, but the people watching TV are like, what's happening? What's happening? I don't know who to believe. There should just be an on-screen live thing that goes, you know what I mean? It should be more like a game show. I understand that it's supposed to be a grown-up conversation, but clearly politicians aren't capable of having grown-up conversations, so they need to make it a more game show format, so that people are like, you lied, bucket of gunge. And, it's you have 10 seconds to say this, and if you go over 10 seconds, we're going to start playing really loud Oscars music till you shut up. So, people don't lie, people actually talk, people can, do things. That's what's necessary, because my main thing about the debate was, I was like, this is not helpful, it's just, everybody could be lying, and it doesn't mean... I'm sick in school, said Paige. Your life is worse than mine right now, then. Yeah. I hope you get well soon, and I hope you survive school. Opinion on Black Butler, said Jordan. It's an okay anime. I understand if people kind of like the gothic, Victorian, British aesthetic of it. It's good. The creepy relationship between Sebastian and Seal. I know there's a fandom out there for everybody. All the trash bags that like Alois Trancy. No, petit nope. It's not in the top 10. It's not in the top 20. I really hate anything that, like, they start making a TV show and then they don't know where they're going with it, and then they start again and they're like, everything that happened in the last season isn't real, it's now an alternate timeline, and now this, it's like, just tell a story to me. I don't want to think about, like, different universes. Somebody once told me, said Lara the meme, you just bust right in there with a Shrek message. Don't let anybody say no to you. Are you excited for The Walking Dead, said Kat. I'm excited for The Walking Dead. I still hate them after the BS that was the last episode of the last season. Don't do that. You can't tease a character dying and then cut away just before they know who it is. That's not how to make a good TV show. Game of Thrones, you just kill the TV character, then everyone talks about the TV show because it's good. Walking Dead, you tease that someone's going to die, you cut away before they do, and then all they're saying is, screw this annoying TV show that screwed everybody over. But, you know, The Walking Dead has always been, like, sometimes good and sometimes painfully average, but then the last season was, like, good, and I'm too invested in it now. Too invested in it. I will watch it to the end, even if it crashes and burns like Dexter. I'm sorry, I meant to say, it's my B-Day. Oh, Molly... But, you know, B! Okay, yeah. I see that. You know, candles, they're exciting. I understand. Well, happy birthday. I hope that life is fun. Speaking of birthdays... It was Dill's second birthday. We could do something. I feel like Dill's had a lot of celebrations recently, though. You know, he got engaged, had his birthday. It's his second birthday. It's a lot of, like, we could just have a cake. And maybe we just can in the next episode. Just a little opening cake. But we sure as heck didn't want to age him up, because the next time Dill ages up in The Sims, he becomes an old man. And, like, he hasn't had kids yet. His career is still essentially in shambles. Now is not the time. Ravenby said, what about Undertale? We're going to do an Undertale video maybe next week. And then I think in a bit, after all the insanity of Tatanov that's happening, we're just going to finish it in a block. Which maybe after Spooky Week. Otherwise that'll be like Spooky / Undertale Fortnite, which I don't think is possible. Yeah, I finally caught you as you are live streaming, said chat user Queen of Yowie. Great. Notice me, senpai, said Killy Quinn. You're a bunch of weebs. You need to stop. Trailers tomorrow, said Meg Sassy PML. Yes! So, that's a thing. Tomorrow, on Amazing Phil and Dan Is Not on Fire, the official trailers for the movie of our stage show, live performance, The Amazing Tour Is Not on Fire, and the documentary about the making of it and our adventure on tour and everything, Dan and Phil's Story of Tatanov, will be uploaded to Dan Is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. I think around 7 PM, if you want to be sat there refreshing. And yeah, the trailer thing that I uploaded last week, I think Phil explained this, but that was more of a, this is happening! It wasn't meant to actually show or explain anything about it. It was just meant to be a funny thing. I realise, in hindsight, that if you saw this last video I put on my side channel, and you haven't seen our stage show, and you don't know what it's about, you were probably like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, honestly, what is this? What is happening? What did I just watch? But then the people that have watched the show were probably like, oh my, did you? Oh, I can't believe. So yeah, it'll make sense. Let's just say the video I uploaded last week, that was the announcement, is in a way a prologue to the story of the stage show. So all the people that have watched it are like, oh my god, Dan and Phil, really, did you do that? This is amazing, / I'm facepalming so hard. But if you haven't seen it, you're probably like... So, don't worry. The trailer tomorrow will be a lot better at showing what these things actually are. If you're somebody, I'm going to say this, if you're somebody that cares about spoilers, and I will say this, the story of the show, it is very exciting if you have no idea what's happening and you have no preconceptions of what Dan and Phil's stage show is. So if you're a nerd like me, that always needs to have a fresh experience, maybe don't watch the trailers. But I understand that's like none of you. Fair enough. So yeah, that's good. They were made by YouTube via our ideas and then giving them notes, whereas the last one was literally made by my hand. So yeah, look forward to that. Oh, and the other thing that's exciting is we get to change all of our branding on YouTube and Twitter and stuff to the official art for the films. So this is something we told you about that we did. We had a photo shoot a couple of weeks back. We suggested some ideas that would be cool. Because I don't know if you've known this, a lot around the world, a lot of YouTubers have had billboards in places, which is like incredibly freaking cool, thanks to YouTube. So at least in LA for a bit, maybe in the UK when it comes out in the UK, whenever that YouTuber comes out in the UK, there's going to be like a giant billboard with Dan and Phil on it, which is just the most hilarious concept in the entire universe. Like, doesn't that make you just laugh and cry at the same time? Same. So we had these concepts for the art. Now, I'm going to say this. Phil's is just, like, great, and it's funny. Mine, some of you are probably going to shit and go, really, Dan, when you see it. But the people that will have seen the show, they'll understand. Otherwise, what you need to see is that, you know, the point of Dan and Phil's stage show, The Amazing Tour Is Not on Fire, is it is a celebration of the entire past years of Dan and Phil. You know, it references everything from the very start until now. So if any part of our branding in the last 5 years, you're like, no, stop, don't bring that up again, you need to understand that it's intentional and we're kind of taking the piss out of ourselves by bringing that back. So don't be like, no, why did you do this? Instead think, wow, oh my god, I can't believe it. So yeah, look forward to that. I think it's pretty funny. And then the trailers are going up. So yeah, and as well as that, we had the idea that counting down to, when is it? It's the 5th. Next Wednesday, they come out. That is mad. We're going to do like 5 days of kind of gifts that we can tweet and post counting down to it. So there's a couple funny videos, there's a couple interesting things, there's all loads of rejected stuff that you're going to... I'm not going to spoil all of it, but it should be cool. And yeah, then it's coming out, so woo, that's good. And again, because someone's like, YouTube Red is not in my country. If YouTube Red is in your country, which is like USA, Mexico, New Zealand, Canada, I don't know, then you can just watch it there. If it's not, you literally, it's just a video on our YouTube channel, and you go to it and it's like, do you want to just buy this movie right now? Like you just get a movie from anywhere. It's as simple as that, so you can all watch it around the world. And that's what's exciting. I have concussion right now, pray for me. That's bad. I hope you don't keep concussed anymore. Good luck. Is watching this while you're concussed good for your, like, brain healing? I think I'm probably going to keep you concussed for a very long time. Do you not like chickens then? Yep, Dan would not have a pet chicken for the responsibility. Dan hates chickens, confirmed. I guess that's what we got out of that, Caitlin. Watching this in class, said Jane567. Great. You keep up that education. Seriously, Stranger Things. Gonna watch it after the next thing I watch. Promise. What is up with your door? It's open. Is there anything else interesting or mysterious about my door? Riley Claire asking the deep questions halfway into the show. Is it possible to be too happy? Wow. I mean, no. What does that mean? I mean, you can be so happy and positive all the time that you annoy other people. I don't know, maybe, but I guess that's a behaviour thing. You can be really happy and just chill on the outside. Dunno. That's just life. But you took the sign thing off the doorknob. I didn't do that, so I have no idea where that is. I'm guessing it just fell off. Or, you know, I'm just being assaulted by ghosts. Like, I do not know where that's gone, which is disturbing. Clearly, people are sneaking into my bedroom while I sleep and taking things from me. So, that's just good to realise. Can you say hi to Joe and Bri? Hello, from Dapper Lester. I have so much homework. Help. It'll be fine. Just break your legs and then you have a great excuse. What's your opinion on fish on pizza? I don't think I've ever tried that, and that scares me. So I'm going to give a strong no to that, and I'm going to put you all in the shame corner. Speaking of shaming, Phil's tweet today, that gets a solid LMAO from that. He went to the doctor. I'm guessing he wants to talk about this in his live show. I have no idea what actually happened at the doctor. But then the doctor accused him of taking drugs because he had really wide pupils. You know, Phil. Phil and his drugs. That guy. Wow, imagine being drug-shamed by a doctor. Can't even believe. That's almost, you know, he might as well have just called Doris on the phone. Might have just not been eye-shamed and given some solid advice from good old Doris on NHS Direct. Don't do drugs, hashtag stop Coney. Yes, Kylie B. You're what this chat needs. Some good moral compassing. Stop Coney. Dan, I'm working on a paper, help. It'll be fine, just break your legs and then you don't have to hide it in. Who are you, said Neftalier. Oh, haven't had that in a while. Who am I? Somebody define me. I don't know. You tell me. Who is Dan? For the person in the chat that's asked who I am. You like to murder people. Not true. We need a PolitiFact on that. I am trash. I am unique. That's offensive. Everyone's saying trash. I am sarcastic. I am a daddy. Your lip gloss is popping. You're a hardcore memer. You're a dork. You're an emo weeb. A literal flop. You are a tall bean. A sarcastic fringe head. A nerd loser. A guy in London. I'm disgusting die. I'm an internet cult leader. I'm Shrek-tastic. Ugly. A cuck, a black voice, Winnie the Pooh, Thigh Trash number 1, lovely, a Llama Lolzor XD, and a tall lesbian, problematic, awkward, gorgeous, the best person ever, adorkable, my mum, the spirit of Harambe. This is, yeah, and a last one, a pickle. There we go. That was great. I learned a lot about myself there. And I don't know whether my self-esteem is bolstered or ready to implode into an indistinguishable quark-sized object. I meant message from Christina saying, say hi to Christina and Alyssa. Hey, are you having a good day? I'm having a fun dabby doozy day. Thanks. Are you? I hope you are. I didn't ask, but you know, it's good. Congrats on winning Slitherio. That was the thing that happened, Abby. So as you might have seen on Dan and Phil Games, we quite quickly turned around a Dan versus Phil for Slitherio. Phil forgot we were doing it until the morning he reminded us, and yeah. So that was just a complete flop, wasn't it? I mean, these EO games, like, I understand why they're fun, right? Because they're free, they're just in the web browser. You can listen to music, or probably talk to a friend, or watch Jan on YouNow, Spawn, whilst doing one of these EO games. And it's great. But when I have free time, and I have so many video games, I would never choose to play Slitherio, you know what I mean? Is that, you know, I'd choose to play Mario Kart, or The Witcher, or Guild Wars, or just, you know, a cheeky game of COD or something. But I'm not going to sit here and Splixio, Diskio, fucking whatever, IO shame people. So you do you and enjoy your life. Everything's fine. Agario is better. Agario is going to always be the most iconic one. I suppose. Boop, 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 boop. Say hi to Ass for me, don't know. Just sit in the shame corner right there. I have photo day on Thursday. Any tips? Photo day. Shit, man. I think, like, one day you'll see this photo in 10 years and you'll cringe inevitably. So you can either just try to look attractive and then in 10 years realise that it was a huge disaster and regret everything that happened when you find it in a dusty drawer. Or you can deliberately try to be as much of a train wreck as possible and then say, hey, you know what? I embraced that. I owned it that day. I've nothing to be ashamed of because I didn't even try to be cool. You know, that's what I wish I could have done in hindsight. Just putting that out there. Wow. Can you play a piano, please? Said Paddy. No. Should I get an eyebrow piercing? If you want. Eyebrow piercings are pretty easy to just take out and not use. I mean, obviously they'll like heal up and whatever, but you know, it's not like you're getting a plug in your face in the middle of your cheek or something, so whatever, you know. I know a lot of people that look pretty cool. Maybe you'll look like edgy and threatening, and that's just what your look needs. You know, add some depth to your aesthetic with a little bar through your eyebrow. Good. I had pumpkin spice popcorn today. You know, what even is pumpkin spice? Pumpkin doesn't taste or smell of anything, really. It's just a squash. All these people trying to sell the capitalist theme of pumpkin spice. It's just, you know, what even? It's just cinnamon. It's not pumpkin. There's no pumpkin in anything pumpkin spice flavored. Actually, there was some pumpkin in what me and Phil made, I guess. But in most of the things, it's not like, here's a squash flavored muffin. It's just cinnamon, and they're like, it's pumpkin spice. You're all slaves to brands. Yo, Dan, can you good? Said Friezo. I can good. You know what I mean? I can good whenever you want. Are you ready for me to good? Because I can good whenever you feel like it. I'm ready. Are you ready? How'd you like Avatar? Said Dieter's not on fire. So yeah, in like a weird alignment of the planets, Phil, Jacksepticeye, and Thomas Sanders all tweeted about it on the same day. Wow. That happened. Me and Phil, for a while, have been watching the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender. Recently filmed it, and, you know, incredible. Like, 5 stars. When it started, it was a bit lame. They obviously didn't have a huge budget from Nickelodeon, because it wasn't a popular show, and they were probably learning how to even make and animate it, and it took a while to get going. But when it did get going, holy crap, it was incredible. I mean, it's just like, it's so good. Somebody said, Zuko is daddy. Yes, I am with you. Season 4 Zuko, oh, there's 3, I guess, it's book 3, yeah. Who is even the ship in Avatar? I don't even know. And Zuko is Bae. The moment I saw Zuko in the first season, I was like, he's inevitably going to spoiler, become a good guy. It's just, you know, obvious. And, you know, 5 out of 5 dad rating in the last season, just to be honest. So yeah, Zutara is, don't know, not Googling any of these things. R.I.P. Dan's finger, literally shanked by an iPhone. Who'd have thought, after all the support I've given them over the years, that they would turn on me and attack me with their horrible, thick, sharp-edged things. Speaking of things that were complete flops, look at this. You gonna watch Legend of Korra? Yes, eventually, having a bit of an emotional break, because, screw this for a sec, Food Wars Season 2. This is going to be in my anime video. Spoiler. Great anime called Shokugeki no Soma. AKA in English, Food Wars. It's on Crunchyroll. Again, I'm going to say this. It's a show about some young people going to like a cooking culinary school college in Japan for like elite wannabe chefs in training. So it's like high school drama, but the food is cooking school. but the tone of it is like quite satirical, and it's a big parody of anime. So like people would like eat a noodle based dish, and then there'd be like a weird sequence where it looks like they're being attacked by a bunch of hentai tentacles or something like that. So it's kind of like parodying other anime, but it's like a genuinely really funny, and it's like got good characters. But if you like food like me, and all you care about in the world is food, not like people or world peace or, you know, anything, food, then you'll really like it, because it's just incredible. And the new season is back. Started watching it again, and it's great. So yeah, that's a thing. Hey Dan, could you flip me off? That's just rude. There's no way I'm going to do that. How dare you even assume that I'm somebody that would do that. I'm 16 tomorrow, said Amazing Danime. I hope it's sweet. Amazing Danime. It was fate that I answered that after the thing I just said. What was your first phone? A Nokia 3310. It was. Frickin' Snake Man. Space Impact. Shortcuts in the menu. Struck it down the middle. None of you will know what that means. So I got this like a million billion years ago when Pokemon Go wasn't a real game, but it was just something that they hyped and said was coming out, and nobody even thought it was going to exist. They were like, we're going to make a device for it called the Pokemon Go, and what's going to happen is you can turn it on when you've got the app open, and if you're like driving or doing something, and not driving, don't do anything while you're driving, and you don't want to play the game, then this little... well, fuck that thing will vibrate and flash when you see a Pokemon, and then you can just tap it and it'll catch the Pokemon for you. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this Pokemon game. I'm going to pre-order that. It just came last week. How old and dead is Pokemon? It came out last week. And honestly, the moment I came back from Australian tour, didn't care. When I was in Australia, I was like, shit man, I need to catch Kangaskhan, because when am I going to be in Australia again? In Hong Kong, I was like, shit man, when am I going to be in Asia again? Need to catch this Farfetch'd. Let's not talk about that. But, you know, I was like, this is a reason to play, it's exciting. And now I've gotten back in London, it's just like drowsy, 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 drinks, ratata, drowsy, drowsy, Jinx, Rattata, Pidgey, and it's like all these other Pokemon. The way that Pokemon works is that other than the 4 regional Pokemon, and a couple places where they think they have biomes, like apparently Dragonites spawn on hills and whatever, any Pokemon could just randomly appear anywhere. So for like the 30 Pokemon I don't have, all I have to do to catch them is just play for hundreds and hundreds of hours, waiting on lures, going for walks, doing whatever, until I just randomly find it. And it's like, I'm not going to sit with my phone open, catching a million Drowsies for 50 years until I get a Kabuto or something. So, yeah, I mean, until they add a new way to play the game, new battles, customization, something, new Pokemon, ways to catch them, better tracking system, lost interest. And then that little baby came in the post. Great, love my life. So there we go. You know, Pokemon Go. Why, like, so many... Is there a reason why it didn't just have the normal Pokemon battling system? It's not that complicated. They have all the data from the games. They could have just... Oh my god, it could have been the most epic. But literally, catching Pokemon by just swiping balls at them and throwing raspberries and spinning things. Battling just by tapping things and swiping. Oh my god, it got old so fast. So who knows? You know, I've invested a lot of time into this game. I've got, you know, my vape. I'm nearly like level 30 or something because I've got no life. I'm ready. I will come back. But, like, not yet. So yeah, that's Dan's Pokemon Go staleness rant right there for you. Have you seen the La Devotee video? Is that the new one? Yeah. It was like, okay. It's my birthday today, Dan. Hey, Nika Mitchell. I watched your trailer in class. Abby. Well, there you go. You learned something about not what to do in home economics. Don't do that. When you do more baking, said Stargirl. We're thinking maybe Christmas. Dunno. Let's keep it spontaneous. Let's keep it spunky. Your skin is perfect. It's not. I'm just not going near the camera. Whoa! I was waiting for somebody to bring this up because I forgot. Shoe04 said, was it awkward with the mailman? Immediately followed by Emily C saying the Doge postman. Wow. Sorry, is it? Oh. LMAOs. Just another LA devotee. I forgot how to pronounce the song name because I was so... Yep. The postman. Right, so everyone was confused by this. Obviously, my tweet aesthetic, which I nearly, ruined the other day by tweeting a gross emoji at LEA. So, I tweeted about my Pokemon Go thing, and then LEA, cool guy, king of Pokemon Go YouTuber videos, to be honest, tweeted me, and then I tweeted him back with an unironic XD eyes P face emoji thing, and a lot of you were shocked, and I just want to address that. And I mean, yeah, I don't know what, I think, Ali is just a good, humble, nice, normal person. He's not a soulless, just hopeless, dead sack of a meme, trash-loving, corpse like we are. He's just like a cool, normal person. So instead of just interacting with you all the time, I was just so inspired by him that I was just compelled to post this, complete normie emoji. And I don't know why, it felt right. It felt like it was okay at that moment in that particular interaction. I just went out there with that emoji. I don't know if I'll ever use that again. Unironically, it's just so rare, but it happened. So let's maybe there's a crack of hope that within me somewhere, there is hope. I'm not sure, but that happened. But anyway, so the general tweet aesthetic of punctuation and capital letters, they're just disgusting. They're just visually, they're just an affront to my spirit. They're just disgusting. I caused a lot of confusion with this Doge tweet video. Somebody in the chat said, Dan, I don't know if you even answered because my mum called me, but have you or Phil run into any awkward situations recently? Yeah, so I recently threw out a lot of my old clothes because I had a bunch of crap that I didn't wear and whatever, gave them to charity. But one thing that I kept was my Doge t-shirt. It's a t-shirt covered with pictures of Shiba Inus. It's the Doge meme. It's an old stale meme, but even if the wow much something very something is definitely stale, my love for Shiba Inus is eternal. So if the actual kind of, the crux of the meme, definitely stale and dead, but the Sheeb aspect of it will kind of give it an eternal place in my heart, because that's... it's just a doggo. What can you do about it? So I answered the mail wearing this Doge t-shirt, and then the mailman, he opened it, gave me my parcel, looked me up and down and went, nice meme, and then walked away, and I was like, what? Literally, didn't even do, he went, nice meme. And then spun around and he just power walked up, and I was just left there holding these two boxes I've been attacked. I don't know where you came from. I don't know who asked you, but you just came for me. You said that. You winked. I wasn't ready. I'm in my own hallway, which is my own space. I'm not wearing socks. I'm vulnerable, and you did that, and I just don't know how I feel. So yeah, that happened. But because of my lack of punctuation in the tweet, some people thought that I gave my Doge t-shirt for charity, and then this mailman happened to buy my Doge t-shirt, and then the Doge t-shirt was on the man, because I said, I saw a postman wearing my Doge t-shirt, as in, I saw a postman while wearing my Doge t-shirt, but it looked like he was mailmen, they need to wear the high-vis jackets. They can't just walk around wearing memes. They're going to get hit by trucks. You can't just freaking on a bicycle wearing a freaking Dat Boy vest, you're going to get nailed in a car accident. You need to wear the high-vis. If you're cycling, you might not think it's cool, but you should get high-vis stripes on your bike. When I was a teen and the world was worse, it was just worse. Like, we're getting there. Slowly, we're becoming more progressive and less lame. But, like, safety, nerd. So people would, like, go skating and they'd be like, I'm not wearing a helmet. And then they'd die. And then people would go cycling. And it's like literally, I'd go to school and it'd be like, if you wore a bicycle helmet, people would, like, throw rocks at you for being such a nerd, for, like, not wanting to crack your head open when you get hit by a car. Like, literally, wear bike helmets. And I feel like we're maybe, like, getting over that right now, because, like, as I was saying, if you ride a bike a lot, if you cycle to school, if you're, like, a Deliveroo cyclist or something, you should get, not like a high-vis jacket, unless you want to, you should, but you can get, like, little stripes, you can get reflectors on your bike, you can just get little things, and, safety first. And that is why he definitely was not wearing my clothes that I donated to charity. There we go. That was an adventure, wasn't it? Christ. Go away now, please, said Main Kinko. I mean, I was going to stay for another 15 minutes, but if you want me to go. American Horror Story Season 6, yo. So, American Horror Story. Right? Me and Phil, we're holding on. We're holding on. There's going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist. I swear to God. Something is going to happen. It's going to flish in its head. And we're going to be like, oh, cool. Aha. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just going to be a complete flop. Like, I don't know. Evan Peters is in the credits. He's not there. Lady Gaga's in the credits. We saw her being like a sweaty swamp person for like 1 minute. Get yourself a girl that can do both. And, just to be honest, even if there's a twist, which I hope there is, the last episode just wasn't that interesting. I mean, yeah, you have great actors. There's just some interesting drama. The whole thing with the tape, the guy vlogging in the bunker, and this isn't much of a spoiler. There's nothing to spoil. I mean, that was cool. It was scary. I was there. I was in it. Yeah. But Ryan Murphy, I am... Bring Phil. Why do you want me to bring Phil? Am I not good enough for you, plebs? I'm joking. Phil is... I don't know what Phil is. He's doing Phil things in his Phil life. No. Phil said he wouldn't buy a chicken too. Well, there we go. There's confirmed 0% chance of a chicken coming into the Dan and Phil house. Say hi to McKenna and Keelan. Hi. Have you heard Green Day's new songs? I heard the first one. You know what Dan's good music recommendation is, though? Bon Iver. Or is it Eva? Or is it Eve? Or is it Ive Air? I don't know. Such is life. How were the amiibo? Said Tobio. The amiibo were great. If you don't know, got some 2 amiibos. Because if you don't know what amiibo are, they're these rip-off, so expensive, what Nintendo why, little figurines that you can put on your stupid tablet, and then you unlock like costumes and stuff in the game. And there's a lot for Mario Kart. And there's a Pac-Man one and a Captain Falcon one. And the Pac-Man one gives you like a Tron suit where your Mario Kart Mii has a Pac-Man grid all over them. And on the back, in a screen, there's a pixel Pac-Man chomping. It is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was so exciting. It was just worth being alive and waiting for that post, even if I got assaulted by the mailman. So yeah, that was cool. And then did that. So that was the most exciting thing with my life. Did you Haley said, "Did you really cry watching Bake Off?" Yeah, I did. I did. The last episode of British Bake Off, we're going to another spoiler here. Wow. Great British Bake Off, I'm going to say it, so close your ears. Val! No! She was the heart of the show. I mean, okay. I've talked about how the last season finale of the Great British Bake Off with, what's-her-face, I cried when, like, she cried at the end, and she was like, I just believe that I can do things now, and then Mary Berry cried, and I was like, I'm a mess. This is episode 5 of Bake Off, and you've got Candice saying, like, I just want to do my grandma proud, and I was like, stop. You stop right now, I swear to God, I will reach through the screen and I'll punch you, Zoella. I really like Candice. I think Candice is one of my favourites. I like Candice, you know, non-celebrity Zoella, a lot. She does look like Zoe. You'd know it. I mean, like, I bet some people that watch Zoe on Celeb Bake Off think they're the same person. But obviously Zoe is infinitely more fabulous, and the Queen. Anyway. Yeah, Andrew's cool. But Val, oh my God, like, I cried, and she was, it was savage. And I was watching it, like, in the afternoon, because I was busy the night before, and it was on TV, and I was like, I'm not crying in the afternoon watching something on iPlayer, like, stop. Say hi to the Bagel Boys. Wow. I hate you, said Phil's third. Whoa. Nice. What's your number one feel-good movie? Do I have one? If I find one, if you find one, tell me. Watched The In-Betweeners movie 2 randomly the other day. Pretty funny, to be honest. Say hi to the top people. Okay, who's there? Mary Well, then Jenny G90, then Ali C123, then Jack 080, then Jasmine K88. What's up, people up there? How's your life? Hi, Dad. Hey, Sophia R. How's your life? Are you secretly down the diamond minecart? I wish. Favourite Avatar character? You know, I'm tempted to say Zuko, but now I'm feeling that's just like the angsty shipper's choice, and I don't wanna be basic. My favourite character is Zuko's uncle. Yeah, he is. Toph's pretty cool. Zuko's uncle. You know what I mean? I really like Sokka. I think that Sokka has a good heart, and he's, you know, Sokka's the guy that's always getting bullied because he's lame, and somebody has to be like that. It's quite hard to be that person, and you know, he's the guy that didn't have the superpowers, but he was there the whole time, and he came up with the plans. So I really like Sokka. But Iroh, yep, Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh is my favourite character, just because he, like, we should all aim to be like him. What's life about? It's about good tea. It's about casually playing board games with your good friends. It's about understanding that after years of being a horrible warmongering general that's murdered, you know, several thousands of people and attempted to siege a city, that, you know, making tea and, you know, trying to go on a little voyage with your nephew to make him understand his life choices, that's what we should all be like, to be honest. So, yep. That's Dan's Avatar, The Last Airbender thing. Are you going to watch Legend of Korra? Yeah, but not yet, because watching Food Wars. Yeah, what about the blind Earthbender guy? I actually thought that Avatar was quite progressive. They had a blind character, they had a character in a wheelchair, they had a girl, they brought up, like, you're a girl, you can't fight, yeah I can, things. There was a lot about it that when it came out must have actually been, like, moderately progressive. But there was still a couple things that was like, wow, you know, still some issues. Like, there were... Can you shut up? Like, honestly, I'm talking about a cartoon right now. There were still a couple moments where Aang was like, a girl's playing me in the play. Why is a girl playing me? And they're like, haha, you're a girl. And it's like, how are you going to write a show where there's a girl and you do this whole story about how she wants to be a warrior and then they don't want her to be, and then she does, and that's cool, and then make so many jokes about male insecurity. You know, it's weird. It's one of those things where you can parody it or make fun of it, and you're not being part of it. But if you make jokes that just rely on gender stereotypes as just like a lazy writing tool, like if you're deliberately like parodying something or, you know, satirizing it, whereas if you just make a joke and the joke is haha you look like a girl, then that's what's lazy. You know what I mean? And so it was funny because I was like, so many things about this show must have actually been quite progressive if you were a boy watching it in the mid-noughties. And then some of the things I was like, whoa. And you know what I mean? That just shows how society is moving. You know, in the 90s, horrendous. In the noughties, still kind of bad. Late 2010s, still kind of bad. Now, still kind of bad. You know, we're getting there. We're getting there. And other conversations it leads into, whatever. Did you fix the printer? Yup, thank you for caring, Emily. Emily asking the real questions here today. There we go. Hi Dan, please drag me or I'll stag myself. Wow, Auntie Fanny. Was the pro Fanny? I told you not to do this. My drag for you is, did you not watch my last live show where I told you to stop doing this? Why are you even here? You're a joke. But now imagine I rapped that. It's funny because roasting yourself isn't usually done via rapping. You can do a diss track, but nobody does diss tracks about themselves. Like comedy roasts are usually just people like making jokes. So a roast yourself challenge being a diss track, that's actually quite a complicated idea. It was cool. Desia at the disco said, dude, somebody inappropriately winked at me at school today. Wow. I don't know, maybe it was inappropriate and deliberate, or maybe they're just like me and they just have little like face twitches when they don't know how to interact with people socially. Like, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. Yeah, help me. Interacting is difficult. Just like that. The iconic Dan video, inappropriate winking. Hi, Dad. Hey, amazing Phil 1000. You've been loading up so many videos lately. That's because we've spent the last 6 months working on all the videos that are going up recently, so c'est la vie. Artina from Russia, love your English accent and you are my motivation too. Well, I hope you do it, Arena. Oh, I'm proud of you. Do you like the art? Said 21 Pilots. I doubt. Are you talking about our new movie promotion branding that's coming out? Yeah, I think it's really funny and amazing. I think it actually looks cool, and it's, you know, it represents what the show is about and the aesthetic of the show, and it also takes the whole kind of ironic parody celebration of the history of Dan and Phil and just slaps you in the face with it, which is quite, yeah. Do you know who Fall Out Boy is? Yes, Lillian. Will I understand, said number one fan. The trailers are coming out tomorrow, so yeah. Look forward to that. Will there be another spooky week? Probably. We plan on doing it. Unless we die, or I break my legs to get out of it. It's gonna happen. Boop, 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 boop. And then, as I said, a bunch of stuff in the countdown. So, you know, if you have questions after the trailer, and just if you have so many questions about it, let's just say that we've done things to answer your questions. So, A, Pewd's new vid, haven't watched it, is it funny? Felix is my dad. Are you trying to give me an emotional breakdown? Always. You deserve it, to be honest. Especially that Snapchat tweet earlier. You deserve it. But don't worry, I don't have a secret one. It's just Phil going, look at the filter today! And I'm like, oh, yep, cool, I'm a dog again. And there we go. That's everything cool that's happened in the last week. This has been a fun one. I hope you've had a fun hour. Look at the little timer down there, 59:29. I'm like emotional. So there we go. I think that's everything. We've had a great, fun week. My iMac is crashing. Oh my god, I've got like a, you know, the giant spinning colourful pinwheel? It's happening right now. It might... Are you okay? Why are you okay, it's gone. So yeah. Will I see you next Tuesday? Shit's gonna be hitting the fan. I mean, probably, we should. So look forward to that. Hope you have a fab week. Hope you like all the stuff that is gonna happen in the next week. And yeah, hope you're doing good. And remember, what's important in life is looking back with mild regret on your days of being an evil dictator, but then saying, no, the key to life is calmingly becoming a tea connoisseur, playing board games with trusted friends in a secret society, and trying to fix your mess of a nephew who, to be honest, is a dad. Bye!